Coach Shawn Raney is one of the veterans in a veteran-dominated league in Class 7A Region 3. His Spain Park Jaguars are going to try to get back into the playoffs after missing during the 2019 campaign. Jerry Young spent some time with the coach previewing the upcoming season for the Jags.
I'm originally from Oklahoma. That's where I grew up. Grew up in a very small town with 800 people, played 8-man football in high school. Went to a Division II school in Oklahoma, Northwest Oklahoma State, and always wanted to be a coach. And so once I graduated, I started coaching. Started out in high school in Oklahoma, was there for 7 years, and I was single at the time, and I had a friend get a job in college at a junior college in Kansas. So I thought I would try something different, so I stepped out in the college game for 10 years, coached at Butler County Community College, wound up getting a job at UAB, was there for 3 seasons as defensive backs coach, went to Iowa State with Coach Chiswick, was there for 2 seasons with him, and then he got the Auburn job, and we didn't go with him. We stayed in Iowa and decided to get back into high school coaching. Just felt like that was my calling, and so we loved living in Birmingham, so moved back here and started out at Oak Mountain for a year, went to Hoover as a defensive coordinator, and then starting my 8th season at Spain Park. So like most coaches, you know, it's kind of been around the world, but love this area of the country, love the schools, the kids, and everything about it, so very fortunate to be here. Lost my father when I was 11, and a coach come into my life that basically become my dad, and that's my motivation that's why, you know, one of the reasons I felt like I had more of an impact in high school rather than college, and so that's my motivation, to see kids that need a father figure, and that's what motivates me. Of course, I love the game of football, love being around the coaches and the whole team concept and what it does for our kids. With everything that's going into our country, I think we have a huge responsibility to lead these kids, and it's very rewarding. I am a project guy. I love to landscape. I love to do projects. Love to play golf. So when I get some spare time in the summer, those are the things that I'm doing. So we don't get a lot of spare time, but that's what I enjoy to do, and be around good people. Kids, same thing we talked about. Sitting at home in March, myself, I could imagine what it does to kids their age. I feel like they need this. We're learning every day. Everything has changed about our world of football. And I've said a number of times that, we love being in control. We've got a calendar that lasts a year. We know exactly what we're doing throughout. And we've went basically now to weekly calendars and even daily calendars. So everything's changes. But the motivation is, I think it's important for the kids, because things we're teaching them in our schools and in the football program, they need. And especially what's going on with our country. We need to send leaders out in this country, and that's what we're trying to do. Very encouraged. I'm just anxious to see where we're at. We played a lot of young kids last year, to the point where we're starting 8 sophomores in this league and in this region. That's hard to do. So those kids have, so we've got offensive linemen that were 215 pounders that were sophomores. Now they're 250. So to see those kids grow up, mature, and see what they're going to do this season, very excited. And we're still a pretty young team. We're an experienced team, because some of these kids have been starting since their freshman year. So very excited to see what they do and see where we're at, because our progression in teaching leading up to game 1 has completely changed, and so we're anxious to see where we're at. There's a lot of them, just some kids maybe, some names that people heard. Bennett Meredith is a quarterback that will be a junior. We think that's possibly a college prospect. He has an offer from Troy already and hasn't started a game for us. So, he played JV last year. We had Harrison Barker last year, had an outstanding year as a senior. So he learned a lot from him. I think he's going to have a really big year. Jalen Ward is a wide receiver that's played since a freshman. He's got multiple Division I offers. Outstanding kid, outstanding worker. So, you talk about prospects, those are ones we got, but our team as overall is just some really good players in a lot of different areas. Like I said, great kids, and they're fun to coach every day. survivors, maybe, because we've went through so much and having to survive this with all the different things that we're having to go through. And so right now at this point of the season, I say that's what we are.
Thank you, Jerry, and thank you, Coach Raney. We look forward to following the Jaguars this year right here on High School Sports Weekly.